What is up, my legion of leasers, my army of apartment maniacs? Great to see you. K Money, Kurt in the house. We got Maddie in the house. We got everybody in the house. What are we gonna, what is going on? What's up? Hey, Kurt, you want to make your leasing life easier?
Sure, always.
All right, boom. I've got the tool. I've got the weapon, if you will. We are going to make life easier. I'm going to give you something. You already have it. It's in your leasinguniversity.com portal. Okay, but we're going to talk for a few minutes right here, right now, about using one of the most powerful tools ever invented in the history of leasing, the tour organizer sheet. Hopefully most of you are not like, what the heck's a tour organizer sheet? If you are, that's all right. I'm going to walk you through it right here, right now. What is the tour organizer sheet? You guys have been through the phone training. Most of you, if not all of you, have your CLC, your Certified Leasing Consultant credential. You know what to say. Hey, it's a great day at Meadows. What can I get you information on? You know how to figure out what's going on in that prospect's life. What does their current situation look like? What does their ideal scene look like? What do they want to see first when they arrive at the community? If you're having any trouble at all on the phones, go back and review, recap, go through our phone training. It is vital, it is critical for you to be able to get leases. But where I would like you to take things is to the next level. And taking things to the next level is using a tour organizer sheet. Okay, this one's not filled out, it's blank. But what this tour organizer sheet does is allow you to take the information right from that phone call, and I suggest you do it right after the phone call, not right before the tour. That's like cramming for an exam, and we all know how that works out. Just when you get off the phone, write down some notes about that prospect. Okay, I was talking to Kurt. Based on what was most important to Kurt is he needs a, and I'll put it right here on this sheet right now. Kurt needs a 2-bedroom, okay? And what was most important to him is that he uses that 2nd bedroom as an office. Okay? The reason why that was most important to Kurt is he's doing a lot of Zoom meetings for work right now, and he doesn't really have a professional background with his current place because he's in a studio right now. So essentially, like, his boss and all of his coworkers on Zoom get to see his bed and all that nonsense behind him, and he doesn't want to do that. What he wanted to see first was our fitness center. Okay? The reason why he wanted to see that first is he's spending about $300 a month right now on Barry's boot camp. Okay? And y'all are like, man, I don't know that much about my prospects. Go through your leasinguniversity.com phone training. We're not going to talk phones today, but go through your phone training and you'll wow, it's so easy, right? Hey, just out of curiosity, what do you want to see first when you get here? Fitness center. Got it. Why do you want to see that first? Oh my God. I am spending money for this Barry's boot camp. They got me jumping up and down on boxes. It's terrible. They're yelling at me. And it's $300 a month. Right? When you learn this kind of stuff, look, now I just found $300, by the way, we can put towards the lease. Okay, so look, simple, boom, 2-bedroom. So we're going to use the 2nd bedroom as office, Zoom meetings, fitness center, Barry's boot camp. Okay, is that a page worth of notes? No. Okay, but it's simple. Have this in your desk. Then when your prospect shows up for the tour, secret, even if it's your only tour for the day, look busy. Don't have this in your hand. Have it in your desk. Welcome, welcome. What can I get you information on? Hey, my name's Kurt. I'm looking for Matt. I'm Matt. Yeah, I've got a 2 o'clock appointment scheduled. Ah, Kurt. Awesome. Great to meet you. Hey, I took some notes from our call. We have been gangbusters here. Everybody wants to live here. We're back to back on tours. Do you mind if I grab those notes just to make sure that we're all on the same page as far as your current situation, what's needed, and I'm not mixing you up with somebody else? Sure. Nobody's going to be offended to that. And look, everybody wants to eat at the restaurant that everybody wants to eat at. We all want to eat at the place with the line. So when you communicate, hey, we've been back to back on tours, I want to make sure I'm not mixing you up with another Kurt. Not only are you showing that you're a professional, skillful, and prepared, but you're communicating to that prospect that this is the community where things are happening. This is the place where everybody wants to live. So now you're going to grab your tour organizer sheet. leasinguniversity.com. Go in your portal, download this, print these out. Hey, Kurt, so man, okay, I just want to review. I've got a couple units that we're going to look at, but before we do, I just wanted to recap my understanding of your current situation. Okay, based on our last conversation, Kurt, what you needed was a 2-bedroom, and the reason why that was important to you is you were going to use that 2nd bedroom as an office. It sounds like the reason why that's most important to you is with your work right now, they're moving a lot of stuff over to virtual and Zoom, and if I remember correctly, you're in a studio right now, and the only way to really do that is kind of sit on the side of your bed with a laptop. It's not the most professional background. What you had wanted to see first was the fitness center. The reason why you wanted to see that first, it sounds like you've got some sort of membership of death with a place called Barry's Boot Camp where they've got you jumping up and down on boxes all the time, yelling at you. It's $300 a month, total waste of money. And you'd like to put that $300 towards a nicer apartment with that space where you can work. Hey, Kurt, does all that still match what you need? And Kurt, go ahead and unmute yourself and answer like you're the renter. Hey, Kurt, does all that still match what you need?
It does.
Awesome. Did I miss anything?
Well, do we have something ground level?
Ground level, absolutely. Now, when you say ground level, why is that important to you?
You know, a lot of deliveries, carrying groceries, etc. Just easier if it's a ground level unit.
Perfect. No problem at all. And we had talked yesterday. Has anything changed since we last spoke?
Nothing.
Perfect. Guys, when you use this, look at this. Now I might have gone right up to the 3rd floor. Now I know I got to pivot, okay? Kurt just threw an audible at me, and I love it that he did that because that's how the real world works, okay? Now, I had given Kurt an opportunity when we had talked on the phone. What's most important to you? He might have said ground level then, but guess what? Our prospects sometimes don't give us all the information. Here's what I love about this sheet. I know before I go selling Kurt on a top floor unit that he wants ground level. In this particular case, this is probably advantageous for me because it's easier for me to move that ground level unit. So guys, go through your tour organizer sheet. Work through this. Go through this with your prospect. Ask these $1 million questions. Does all that still match what you need? Yeah. Did I miss anything? I want ground level. Sometimes they say no. And has anything changed since we last spoke? Go through this. It will pay you dividends. It will make your life a lot easier. Are you guys still with me?
We're here.
Oh, I thought I lost you there. Boom. What questions do you guys have for me on this sheet? Are you guys using this? It's okay if you're not using it right now. We start using it. It's going to keep.
It is a good tool to find out what they want.
And
really, I mean, and not you just like the question I threw you. They may not have spoke about it in the beginning because they were looking at something else. You know, the main priority is a 2-bedroom with an office. Mm-hmm. And then so what we try to do is, and I mean, we look at everything, the age of the resident when they put an application, we do everything. And you know, if you're 22 years old, the 2nd floor is not going to kill you. So,
yep.
You know, we try to keep something back just for this situation. And we always try to. You know, you're seeing way more people selling their homes, getting out from underneath yard work, all of this stuff that they don't have to do. And, you know, over the last couple of years, there's been a big influx of senior citizens.
100%.
By the time I retire, it's probably going to be even more.
100%. 100%. And a tool like this also, renting an apartment is an emotional event. Okay, it's scary. They're spending a lot of money. But what this also does is before the tour, it allows me to refocus Kurt's attention, okay, on what was most important to Kurt. on what Kurt needed, on Kurt's current situation and where he wants to go. And now if Kurt sees that it's $75 more, he's going to be more likely to want to lease the apartment because we recalibrated. It's so oftentimes we need to save our prospects from themselves. I'm going to repeat that because it's really important. And this sheet does a wonderful job of doing this. So often we need to save our prospects from themselves because they'll know, man, I'm going to get fired if I do another Zoom call from my bed. Okay? I'm sick of that fitness center. Right? I'd love to be on the ground floor, as Kurt said, so I can get my Amazon package, my deliveries and all of that. But then we see a closet that's small, or there's a security deposit that we think's a little bit high. And we get emotional and we end up costing ourselves the perfect apartment because we focused on the thing that was right in front of us that maybe we have a problem with, right? I don't like the lighting here. I don't like the fact that you don't have a larger balcony. When the large balcony wasn't what was important to Kurt. It's so important before we start the tour to refocus and recenter. Otherwise, the prospect's mind is going to wander throughout that tour, and they're going to focus on the stuff that's scary to them, and they're going to say, I need to think about it. The other reason why we want to recalibrate and refocus before the tour is we have to do hundreds of these every year. And if I don't refocus and recalibrate, my tour turns into the Vanna White Gilligan's Island 3-hour tour. There's our pool, there's our fitness center, there's our countertops, here's our dog park. If Kurt ain't got a dog, I don't want to focus on it, right? I might say a dog park over there, but this allows me to curate, meaning take the different pieces of the community that are important to Kurt and focus them, okay? If you guys do this, if you use this sheet, if you run your tours this way, you're going to sound different, you're going to act different, and you're going to be different. And you're going to be so much more professional than your competition. You are going to sell and lease circles around them. Are there any questions you guys have for me on this session today? I'm happy to answer them for you on anything at all. Otherwise, I wanted to sell you on that sheet. Use it. You will love it.
The way people rent apartments has changed. Today's renter has access to more information. Today's renter has more choices. The apartment industry needs you. Studies have shown that moving is the most stressful life event. The old sales training, well, it just doesn't work today. I'd like to teach you how to take the stress out of leasing apartments in a way that's meaningful to you and your renters and get you 7 times more leases. I'll show you how the perfect leasing process works. I'm gonna walk you through everything from answering the phone to closing the lease. I'm going to show you how to determine your prospects' wants and their needs so that you can build value in your apartments. You will learn how to handle any objection or complaint. I'm going to show you how to connect with your renter so it's easy for them to rent with you. I've taught the best property management companies and thousands of people just like you how to lease apartments. Property management is complicated. I'll simplify it for you. There's more competition than ever before. I'm going to show you how to be number one. All of a sudden, your career, it's going to make perfect sense, even if you've never worked in sales or property management before. And for the advanced property manager, I'm going to show you how to take things to the next level. Leasing University is a new, simple, step-by-step process that's effective. We're going to help you become a rock star in property management. I'm Matt Easton, and this is Leasing University.